Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. No figure intro today, but we do have the wife on the channel. Cheeky Monkey's here.
Hi.
Right, what we're going to do today, we are going toy hunting. She's looking forward to it. We're off to Bristol, and we're going to go Forbidden Planet. We got a Lego store, we got the entertainer. So it's a UK toy hunt. Let's see what we have around. So we're going to do a full video. We're like a pair of vloggers. Right then, step one. We've made it in the car. The engine's turned on. Bitch on the pension, suck my dong. That's an old school reference. Kiara's driving because I'm crap. She can't stand my driving, can you, dear?
No, useless.
Useless, bloody useless. So we're in the car. Let's go. Right then, I'm trying a video stabilization here to see if this fancy button works. So we're about to go over the bridge, but we've hit our first obstacle. There's cars on the bridge. And we're off again to see how fast you can go. And what we're driving, a Kia Picanto, I think. There was a little car for her. Can't afford a fancy car, spend too much on toys. Right, we should get a bit of view of the bridge now. If I pan across, let's try a bit of panage. There we go, there's the motorway below us. So we're gonna get across the bridge. Once we're there, we're gonna get on the M5 and down to Bristol we go. Right, so we're on a roundabout now. We're about to merge onto the motorway. So you're gonna have a live merge here. How's Cheeky Monkey's merging? We will soon find out. So there's the sign. And down the slip road we go. Oh, it's like car commentary. What gear are you in, dear?
Going into fifth.
Into fifth. Look at that. Fifth already. Flying down. There's a lorry. Oh, don't crash, dear.
I feel like I'm on a driving test, too.
There you are. Always like Maureen from driving school. Now that's an old school British reference. Anybody gets it? On we go. She's checking that mirror. And I think we've safely merged on to the M5. Right, we'll continue this journey down. And I will film intermittently. Right, whether you can hear me or not, I don't know. I'll find out later. We are nearly in Bristol. So there's the sign for Bristol and the M4. So we're just going to get off the M5, onto the M4, then the M32. It's like a whole travel vlog, this. And then we'll be there. How are we doing, dear?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad. Traffic's been okay. Looks like it might rain, though. There's some local graffiti on the wall, isn't that lovely? And oh, we've got the hearse in front of us. This thing has been absolutely tonking it down the motorway. Now, there's no body in it though, so that's a bonus, but never seen one go so fast. How are we doing, dear?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Right, you should see IKEA hopefully over there in the background. That's the big blue building. We go in there quite a lot for all the furniture needs. You love IKEA, don't you, dear?
Oh, love it.
Absolutely loves it. Now there it is, IKEA. You can see it. Bit of Swedish furniture. Love the Kallax. Oh, she's we're changing lanes as we come in now. No, she's changed her mind. She's changed her mind. Why did you change your mind?
No, I do need that.
No, she's changed her mind again. She can't make her mind at what lane we need, but we're nearly there in the city centre, on the way to Bristol. Reduce speed now. End of motorway rules. It's a free-for-all now as we come in. Again, local graffiti on the bridge. It can be a bit of a shithole at times, Bristol, but
excuse me.
yeah, somebody here is actually from Bristol. She's a bit local, aren't you, dear?
Bit local.
Bit local, there we are. Some more local graffiti. Car parks coming up. Now you find us at a red light. We've made it to the city centre. So there is Cabot Circus, which is a shopping centre, or a mall, I believe, to our American friends. That is where the car park is. So we shall be entering there when we get past this little red light. Oh, clean air zone. Oh, we've got to pay, have we, now to drive into Bristol?
I'm fine.
Oh yes, you're exempt. She's exempt, luckily, from that. Otherwise, this is going to get more expensive. Here we are then. So we're entering a multi-storey car park here, and the barrier's gone down. She's got to get her fancy ticket out the machine.
Oh,
Oh,
that was loud, wasn't it?
oh, is it going to give us a ticket? It's
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about it.
Oh, did you get that tune?
I did get that tune. We got that tune on camera. Right, now we're going up. Now I do get a bit travel sick at times, and
you ready? Don't
when
be sick.
I'm going up some really curly sort of shaft here.
Shaft.
A shaft, yes.
Love
Love a shaft on this channel, dear. Right, we'll keep going. We'll find a parking space. Well, goodness me, we've had to go up 6 levels in the car park. It's absolutely packed for the middle of the week. I have no idea why. Shout out to our Cool Toys UK, who's always driving around taking these toy blogs. So it's very busy.
Very busy.
Very busy. Right, we'll get out the car park and let's find some toys. Hi there. Right, we've made it to our first stop and probably our biggest stop, which is Forbidden Planet Bristol. All things pop culture in here and hopefully lots of toys. Let's see how we get on. Right, it's future me talking to past me, because here comes the fancy voiceover section. All the music was too loud in the shops really to record the audio, so I'm going back in after the fact, in the editing process here, and adding a fancy voiceover. So as we enter our first stop at Forbidden Planet, you will see the Hot Toys there. 12 inches though for those bad boys, and no, this man can't cope with 12 inches. Just far too much length for me. Can't go past a 6-inch. So didn't buy the Hot Toys, but they do look good to actually see all the Hot Toys in person. Some of the NECA figures there we've just seen as well. They were ridiculously expensive for NECA figures here in Forbidden Planet. They do have a good selection, but the prices were a bit crazy. Into some of these Star Wars again in the Hot Toys. There's a Grogu. If anyone's got a spare, I don't know, probably about £300 or something for some of these. Yeah, $334.99 there for Boba Fett. So that's it's a little pricey for me. Well, I say that. I spend far too much on toys. There's Luke looking good from Hoth. And then we've got spare $65.99. There was a Loki. Here is a giant statue that Cheeky Monkey was shitting herself when she saw. There she is, there on camera. Absolutely cacking it. Whether you can hear her cleaning in the background, I don't know, because I'm recording a voiceover here, and she's decided to do the sweeping. So into the McFarlane section we go. And there's Todd's selection here in Forbidden Planet. Lots of Batman, of course. He's got a thing for Batman. I have decided to be brave and for about the 5th time sell my McFarlane Toys figures. So didn't pick any of these up. You will see at the end of the video some of the items I did pick up, because there was quite a lot of things in the sale through the stores we went to here in Bristol. So there were a few things purchased. There's some t-shirts, but I'm too fat for them. So again, that was a bit of a pass for me. Now this Forbidden Planet was slightly empty than what it usually is. Usually Forbidden Planet is absolutely stacked floor to ceiling, but there wasn't a lot this trip out. So there is a shout out David Edmund Smith. There is Batman 66, and over to the Marvel Legends. So it's one of the first times I've actually seen the plastic 3 Marvel Legends in store as just the cardboard boxes you saw there at the start, and it is very strange to see figures just in cardboard boxes. So hopefully they can come up with some solution and change that, because it is very strange. Sort of lucky dip really with the Marvel Legends. Shout out JMG Toys there. There is Howard the Duck, Jamie's favourite, of course. We've got some random Funko sort of little scenes there as well. Lots of empty pegs, as I was saying. It was quite bare here at Forbidden Planet. Sue Storm there for $13.99 in the sale. Anybody fancies that? With that great looking head sculpt on that one. Said with a little irony. So over into Star Wars. So quite a lot of vintage collection actually, and quite a bit of Black Series, but vintage collection was quite heavy here. They do seem to be putting a lot more effort at Hasbro into the vintage collection at the moment than they are into the Black Series figures, it seems. But again, the theme at the moment is lots of empty pegs, and this, to our American friends watching, this is kind of what it's like sometimes on a UK toy hunt. Do have to end up getting most of my stuff online, really. We have a good selection of online retailers here in the UK. To shout out a few: Comic and Cocktails, Kapow Toys, Props and Replicas, In-Demand Toys, and Hasbro Pulse UK isn't too bad if you need to use them as well. So there are quite a lot of options for UK online stores, because our pegs aren't always quite as stocked as some are overseas. Of course, we have no Walmart here in the UK. We have no Target. We have our sort of supermarkets like that, as we call them, or Asda and Tesco's, and you might find one figure in there once in a blue moon. So they're not great for toy hunting. Shout out the super producer now, because here are some Star Trek figures for Rich M. I have not got the first clue about Star Trek, so I think I saw the Wrath of Khan sort of many years ago. Was that the 3rd Star Trek movie? I don't know. I'll take a guess that was Star Trek 3, but I don't really know. It might be the second one. There is some of the cans from Jurassic Park. If you want to spray yourself there, those are glass tins there. Glass tins? They're not glass tins. They're clearly made of tin. What an idiot. There you are. So there's some G.I. Joe. It's a massive selection. We had a Roadblock and a Destro. There is a Lord of the Rings figure. There's probably one of the worst Andre the Giants I've ever seen in McFarlane's Princess Bride line, until Super 7 made Andre the Giant, and yeah, even as a big Super 7 fan, I can't defend that head sculpt, because that Andre is terrible. You've just seen a little pudgy pig there. He might have been purchased just for the lunchbox alone, because that was $9.99, and that was about £60 when that came out as an exclusive. So I've gone over now to the fancy cabinets, I call it, with a lot of sort of anime figures in. They're more statues really than figures, and I haven't really got the first clue about anything in here. I was looking at it going, do I know any of this? And I didn't. Any fans of Avatar? There was a massive selection by the till area of McFarlane's Avatar range. Not a film I've ever liked though, so I kind of walked on by, but it was a nice display. Now the missus made me film this bit, so here are some of the Loungefly handbags and backpacks that they do from Loungefly. So she was interested in these, but they're about 70 to 80 pounds for a bag. There's a cool Turtles one there. And Miss Minute, she did look good. They are very nice, but they're rather pricey. I don't know why I'm moaning, because of course I spend crazy amounts on toys. So looking at handbags, I suppose I shouldn't moan. They do have a selection of graphic novels within Forbidden Planet. It's not just a toy shop, it is a bookstore. She's pointing something at me. What is she pointing? Is it Stitch? No, it's not Stitch. It's a Gremlin, I do believe. Yes, it is the Gremlins Loungefly bag with the 3D glasses on. So she was trying to convince me to buy that one, even though she is absolutely scared of Gremlins, so I don't know why she wanted that. There's a cool Rugrats one as well. And anybody want a little Ewok? You can always have an Ewok. A selection of Pokemon balls, didn't know that was a thing. Now we're into the really random parts of the store in the sale section. There's a maggot there for $4.99. Some more cheap reduced McFarlane. There's Liu Kang with a massive chest for $9.99 in the McFarlane Mortal Kombat range. You can still get the Ghostbusters really cheap. I have picked some of those up recently. I think they were buy one get them three at about £15. Over into the weekly comic book section, I believe we are, all the weeklies here. Can't say I've ever bought a weekly comic book. I don't have a pull list or anything. I do collect the graphic novels when they collect them all together, but not weeklies, because I think the price would get a bit crazy. You're looking at about some are £4 to £5 an issue. But I did find these Gargoyles ones that I didn't know were a thing. So from Dynamite Comics on the Gargoyles, so I thought they might go well with the NECA Gargoyles figures, so I was having a good look at them. These do seem to be in alphabetical order for those that like a good bit of order, so over with Avengers. Now some real sales stuff, so Titanium Man for £10, and look at these bad boys, the Eternals, £2, £2 for an Eternal figure, and at £2, I still didn't buy it. They still can't convince me, literally giving me for free, I couldn't buy them. There's some of the BSTN Turtles figures again in the sale. You see them popping up at a lot of the bargain retailers in the UK, but again I'm passing on those. And they had just brand new in the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie figures at $25.99. Can't see them selling a lot at that price really. And there is the gelatinous cube, which is kind of a cool accessory, but not for 40 quid it isn't. There's a wall of pops. Everywhere I was going had a wall of pops. My favourite though was this South Park boy band box set. I don't collect pops, never bought one in my life. And here we are at HMV. Had to speak over myself here because somebody was singing in the street, so didn't want to get copyright and removed from YouTube. There's a Hellfire Club t-shirt, and let's go in. And straight away HMV full of Star Wars Black Series. So HMV literally used to sell records, CDs, whatever you want to call them these days. I suppose most music is an MP3 now. I sound like an old fart, don't I? So they have branched out more than just than music into toys as well. Lots of other things here, posters, t-shirts. I think we're even going to see some doormats coming up in this one. So all sorts in here. So lots of vintage collection again, which does seem to be very popular in this part of the UK. The vintage, well, maybe it's not popular because it's always on the pegs, but lots of it produced. So all the Hasbro is pretty much together. So again, over into loads of Marvel Legends there, being made again in the plastic-free boxes. So they just don't look great on the shelf, do they? Now in plastic-free packaging. Come on, sort this out, Hasbro. It's just very weird. It's great to see toys on UK toy shelves. Don't get me wrong. That is really quite exciting to see after years of literally not and never even having shops that would sell toys. But the fact we can't see the bloody things does wind me up. There's McFarlane again. He's been thrown in there. $7.99 for some of the Eternals here. So everyone is trying to shift that Eternals wave, but not having much luck, it seems. And down the bottom, some very random things. There's a MODOK again. That's a deluxe that's gone down in the sale. Over to My Hero Academia from McFarlane, I do believe. I have some of the bigger versions of those. Again, lots of random things on MPEGs. There are some of the latest things I've been picking up, which are the 3 3/4 inch retros from Marvel Legends. That massive Apocalypse on that oversized card, that is so big. I do have one of them, but still haven't got round to undoing him. Again, some more sort of anime section. There's quite a big anime section here, but a lot of it I am unfamiliar with, apart from My Hero Academia, because I do have the Blu-rays of that and some of the McFarlane figures. Again, a wall of pops, just the side boxes. Very popular wall of pops. And here it is, NECA. Now, this is so weird to see a NECA on a UK toy shelf. What's going on? No idea. So, lots of the Ultimates really in stock. So there's Hellraiser and Annabelle. I know a certain YouTuber who Annabelle don't think is allowed in his house anymore. But we've got a lot of the horror ones here. They're hanging above the toy room door. Cheeky Monkey is not a fan of the horror collections. As I'm doing my voiceover, she's now cleaning around me as I'm doing the voiceover. She's very on the cleaning today. So please do compliment her cleaning down in the comments below or in the live chat. I'm sure she'll be very pleased. There's some of the Toony Terrors. These do look quite fun. They're a little bit bigger than I thought, about 5 inch, but at £20, and they're a bit cheaper. I might have picked some of these up, but not for that price. There is a quarter scale, I think, 18-inch Catwoman. So any Michelle Pfeiffer fans out there, you can get yourself a giant Catwoman. And there's a Jason Voorhees mask from part 5, I'm going to go. That's where it's fake Jason, because it's got the blue on. And even some of the big plop. Another one, we're plopping again. We had Splot in the last video I went up, and now we've got a plop. Prop replicas there. There's Cheeky Monkey herself. She's giving me a wave. She looks thrilled to be here in HMV. Over to the posters. Now, I did pick up that Infinity War poster. I'm doing this voiceover a few weeks later, to be honest, and I still haven't actually unwrapped that poster. It's somewhere behind the sofa, I think, but a nice selection of posters. And here's what I mentioned earlier, doormats. So 2 for £18. You can get Batman, you can get Friends, all sorts of doormats. Joker for Arkham Asylum. I thought that was a pretty cool one. We do already have a Spider-Man doormat in this house, so she's now. So I'm now trying to do a voiceover, and what's she doing? She's showing me some Coca-Cola polish while trying to knock my toy boxes over. So, well, it's Coca-Cola air freshener, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you all wanted to know that. So that's very nice of her. Over to the graphic novel section. Again, loads of graphic novels here at HMV, but pretty much all at full sort of retail prices. I try and get mine from there's a shop called Speedy Hen here in the UK that does quite well on the graphic novels, does them at about 50% off, so shout out to them. They're getting quite a nice selection to actually see it retail, so I think this is kind of what the MCU has kind of done in a way to pop culture here in the UK, with Marvel being so popular now. You're getting main chain stores like HMV with loads of sort of comic books in, which is something I'd never seen growing up. So here's Dungeons and Dragons, and I think this is going to be all to Stranger Things making D&D popular again. So full range of different D&D sets and miniatures here. There we are. Some little badges. Sounds gay, I'm in. Why not? Lovely little badges there. I was going to get some of those to put on the hoodies. Right, you now find us at the Lego store, Bristol. Now, hopefully inside here, there's lots of Star Wars, there's lots of Marvel, and whatever else there is. Apparently, there's a 5-foot Eiffel Tower. And here we are in the Lego store. So, there's a giant Lego pirate there. So, Lego's not really a thing I collect. It's Cheeky Monkey that likes the Lego. So, she wanted to go in here, so I thought I'd see what they've got. And there was a massive selection of different Lego things in a Lego store, which of course isn't surprising. There's the new Jazz Club modular that I've learnt from my friend Matt at the Detached Brick. He's got Lego galore in his Lego city, so he's taught me some of these things. So there's the boutique hotel. Now these modulars come out once a year, I have been reliably informed, and they all do sort of scale together. So if you want to build a Lego city, that's the way to go. This is a brand new Lego A-frame, a little cabin that I saw. You can make a little cabin in the woods there, maybe for your Jason Voorhees. Get your NECA figures, do sort of multi-scale displaying there. Down into this is what Cheeky Monkey really wants though, the Lego Home Alone set. So we're just waiting for the sale on that one, because Home Alone is her favourite film, so she has been excited to get that one. Optimus Prime there, if you want a Transformer. It does actually transform, which is kind of cool for a Lego set. A massive Bowser, not sure what you're supposed to do with that. That thing is absolutely huge. A Lego castle. Anybody have a lot of Lego as kids? I didn't have a lot. I had a pirate ship. I think I had a pirate ship when I was a kid with Lego, but it wasn't a thing I was massively into. There's the Atari console, and then there's the box to go with it there. Into a giant shark. That's from Avatar. Wonder what that was from. There was all sorts of different bits from the new Avatar film. McFarlane's on the Avatar. Now Lego are on the Avatar. So Avatar for all, it seems. Bright colours though on this Avatar stuff. Now, and something I do know, which of course is Star Wars. That is the Ultimate Collector's Series, I think, the UCS 8080. That thing is £735. So you think our 6-inch figures are expensive? Well, my God, Lego prices on some of these big sets are absolutely crazy. The Millennium Falcon's over £600. That 8080 is over £700 as well. Just for that makes this little frame look like a bargain, doesn't it? £159.99. So if you want a nice wood log cabin, now I did see on the side this does come with some toilet paper. So I think they've reused a Lego door to make some Lego toilet paper. So you want to wipe your ass? You can do. There it is on the very back of the set. A Lego set with bog roll. There we are. What a thing to be! What a time to be alive. Some more pre-core stuff from Star Wars there. Into that massive Millennium Falcon that I did try and help build, and then it kind of fell apart. So Lego building not exactly in my skill there. The Cantina does look very nice though from Star Wars. Would like a full sort of 6-inch Black Series Cantina if Hasbro could get around to that. That would be very nice. There's the Sanctum Sanctorum from Doctor Strange. Not a very good film, let's be honest, but that does kind of look like a comic book version. So if you are a Lego comic collector, I think you could fudge that in quite well. Here's another massive sort of thing. It's the Hulkbuster. This is about 450, I think it was. It was definitely over 400 for this gigantic Hulkbuster. It did light up though, but yeah, I thought my bill was bad. But if I was a completionist on some of these Lego lines, then my budget would be even worse. There's the Daily Bugle that Cheeky Monkey herself has actually built. And Matt from Attached Brick did lend us the Daily Bugle to do the build on, so she did enjoy building that one. Selection of Infinity Gauntlets there, if you want them. And the Avengers Quinjet. Could that be this year's HasLab project? After the recent announcement from Marvel Legends, we will get a Avengers-themed HasLab this year. Now, I'm thinking it probably is going to be Giant Man, but Quinjet could potentially be a Quinjet, so if you want a Lego version, that'll certainly be cheaper than the Hasbro version. So as I mentioned at the start, here is this 5-foot bloody tall Eiffel Tower. Don't know what Lego want you to do with this, but if anybody's got a spare 5 feet in height in their display, you could have a sort of scaled Lego Eiffel Tower. So it did look quite impressive to see it in the store, but in your own home, I'm not quite sure what you'd end up doing with a 5-foot Eiffel Tower. There's a sort of tribute to Chadwick Boseman there with the Black Panther bust, sort of an oversized Lego bust again you could have on display. So lots of Lego Marvel. There's the goat boat from 4. Right, so apparently there's a game in here and they've had a great sale on, so let's go and try and find it. We're searching for game. It doesn't quite look like game so far. We've got some posh clothes, so we'll keep looking. She doesn't mind the posh clothes. Probably a bit out of our price range though. We found a sign to say it's on level 2, so we're going up.
Going up?
We're going up. We found it, but I found the Barbie section. Right, here we are at Game in Cabot Circus in Bristol, and there is loads of stuff in here, so let's see what we can find. So, here we are then at Game in the UK. Now Game, very similar to GameStop in the US, is a retailer mainly of sort of consoles and video games, but for some reason, in the last couple of years or so, they've been getting in absolutely loads of sale products on all sorts of different toy lines. So as you can see here, we've got sort of kids Marvel product from Hasbro and all sorts of different companies. So there's quite a wide variety in here. We've seen the Barbie section already, and now they've got some Marvel Legends. So we've got some old exclusives here, the Black Widow in the grey and Black Widow in white. So those are quite older figures now, so it is very strange to see these in the store. Of course, everywhere has pop vinyls. I don't think there's a single shop we went in that didn't have bloody pop vinyls everywhere. They're spreading like the plague of pops. So here they are. Enjoy them if you are. Any pop fans there, please do let me know in the live chat if there is any pop fans out there. So here's Mega Constructs. So this is Mattel's sort of version of Lego, basically. And they've got a Pokemon license, I've just discovered. So there's a Squirtle and Pikachu and everybody there. And here's some Pokemon plush. So there's a Jigglypuff. But £40, I couldn't stretch it. No, I did like this Snorlax, though. I did fancy a cuddly Snorlax. But and Cubo, I think, there. So some £60, though, for that. So this is quite new. There's a Megatron and G.I. Joe crossover from Hasbro. Lots of different Transformers then on this table. So it was just randomly spread out within this department store, and there was just tables of literal random things. So we've got House of X-Wave. We've got the relatively new Black Panther sort of Marvel Legends Legacy wave already here in the sale. So you could pick up quite a few bargains in here. And as you'll see at the end of the video, I did pick up quite a few bargains. There's somebody's pants. So anybody wants some Marvel, probably children's boxer shorts, they're available on top of your Squirrel Girl. So you can get the Scooter Awesome pants. So take your pick. Pokemon, little Pokemon gift set there. Some random Marvel 375 figures. Now, the game shop does also have a website, and again, they have different things in the sale on there. So recently I did pick up, if you've seen the video on the channel, about 30 of the Marvel 375 retro figures from game, all at about £5.99. So they were an absolute bargain. There's a cog. Is that from Zeo? I don't know. My Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is about my limit of Power Rangers, so I'm not quite sure if that is from Zeo, but I'm sure somebody down below in the comments will know. Again, they have Lego here as well. So Optimus Prime and the Sanctum, that we've just seen in the Lego store. Mega Constructs also have a Halo license. I know they've got He-Man and Masters of the Universe license as well. So you can all your construction sets available here in the sale, and that's a kind of cool Sonic set. You've got a gigantic Lego Ecto 1. Just such random items here in games. So lots of Star Wars Lego. Over to the Marvel Lego there. You've got to build an Iron Man, build a Hulkbuster. Eternal sets there seem to be hanging around forever. I wonder whether we get an Eternal sequel. And we've got actual dolls. So there is a Carol Danvers Captain Marvel doll for $4.99. There's Serta. Shout out Hillphones. There he is in person in a toy set. And that's Cheeky Monkey just wandering through the store, looking bored as shit. As I'm crouching down filming all this. So that was a deep squat trying to get down to these positions. So there was quite a lot of Black Series in the sale, and I did pick a few bits up from this. So there is Bausch Leia looking much better on the archive release than the original version of that head sculpt that was absolutely terrible. There's Grief Karga from Season 2 of The Mandalorian. So Mandalorian has literally just started Season 3, so I have watched the first episode. No spoilers here, though. There's the credit collection of Mandalorian. I know Craig's been after those, so if he's watching, shout out Craig. There's Han Solo there as well. And we've got a selection of board games, if anybody wants some board games. So more Monopolies than you can count. I think Monopoly do literally a version for absolutely any property these days. So lots of board games available here at Game. So quite a mix. And again, more Black Series. And here's a bit of a behind the scenes. As I'm recording this voiceover a few weeks later, I'm currently in a debate about air fryers. So you know who you are if you're after an air fryer. So please leave your air fryer recommendations in the comments below. I know the missus is definitely after one of those, but they didn't have any of those here in Game, I'm afraid. So what else we got? We've got loads of Marvel Legends again in the sale. Absolute shit ton of stuff here at Game. So there's some of them $5.99 3.75s that I mentioned earlier, but I did get them off the website. Again, D&D getting everywhere, spreading around his D&D. There's one of the new figures from the animated show. So I never thought I'd see those in store really, but there they were. Again, lots of different sort of gaming items that I'm really not familiar with. Shout out Mike Hext. I did film this Fortnite section just for him if he's watching, because he loves a bit of Fortnite. Again, never played the thing, so not a Scooby. There's the PS5. Any owners of those? I've played on the demo versions, but no, I ain't got that sort of money at the moment. Spend far too much on toys to buy a PS5. Lots of different controllers in different colours, though. Any of you gamers in the comments, let me know if you've got a PS5. Here's something I would like, though. Street Fighter 2 arcade cabinet. So I do attempt to have a game here with one hand, because the other hand's on the phone. So Blanca and Yonda, here we go. I am Blanca, of course, my favourite character. But can I do it with one hand? Spoiler, not very well. So Jada Toys, of course, coming out with a great range of Street Fighter figures soon. So looking forward to those to go with the Storm Collectibles. But yeah, I would love one of these arcade cabinets, but a little bit out of my price range, and I've been killed. Look at that. Absolutely done in by Yonder. And there's Cheeky Monkey with some Yankee candles. So that wasn't toys, but I thought I'd film her without her knowing. So right then, we've made it to the Entertainer here in Bristol. So we're not sure what they're having here, but we'll have a good look. So here it is then, the Entertainer, the last stop. Very religious, the Entertainer. Doesn't open on a Sunday. Bit weird for a toy shop, but they got tables of crap as you come in here. Literal crap, I don't know. But I wasn't expecting to find very much in there, but there was a few things in here to my surprise. So a big range of Buzz Lightyear products. Of course, Cheeky Monkey, a massive fan of Buzz Lightyear, wanted me to film that. Now here is some Star Wars figures for only £2. So they are like very basic articulation, 3 3/4 inch versions there for a couple of quid. Into some vintage and some black series, just randomly on the shelf. And we got a sort of build your own lightsaber kit there as well. So more kids sort of stuff here at the Entertainer. But they did have a lot of Mario figures. So I do collect the 4-inch version of the Jack specific Mario figures. There are the 2-inch versions at the top. But I do collect these 4-inch ones, so they're quite colourful. And they do make for quite a nice little display. And again, at sort of £11. Can't go wrong with these. So I do like these. I didn't pick up the one I wanted there. I need Mario as a raccoon, as I've just been past him there. I didn't pick it up, and I can't find him anywhere else, so that was a bit stupid of me. But there is Wendy Cooper. A nice selection of Mario figures there, as I have a dive to the back. And over to WWE, and I think this is the first time we've actually seen wrestling figures today on the shelves. Because of course the one shop that does sell a load of wrestling figures is Smith's over here in the UK, basically our equivalent of Toys R Us. But I didn't go to the Smiths in Bristol because it was sort of out of town, as we were in the sort of town centre. But I will do another toy hunt of my local Smiths at some point on the channel, and there will be tons of wrestling in that video because there is loads of wrestling figures at my local Smiths. Big value toys, they say, so not too bad. So if you're a 3 3/4 inch collector, £7, £4 here for some of the Star Wars vintage collection figures. And a selection of different Grogus he gets on everything there. Of course, you can't have Mario without having Sonic. So again, Jacks do a version of Sonic figures. Again, I collect some of the 4-inch ones, but I've stuck really from sort of characters from the first couple of games, as I've tried not to go too deep into a new line. Any Jim Carrey fans there? You can get his figure. Or build your own Tails there. Scooby-Doo van there. Anybody want to customise that into a Punisher van? More Star Trek. Again, double shout out to the super producer, because I haven't still got a Scooby. Haven't learnt what any of these figures are. And there's those G.I. Joe Snake Eye figures that never sold. £3 you can pick that thing up for now, but even at £3 it couldn't tempt me. But they did have quite a lot of the Power Rangers here from the Lightning Collection. $14.99 for the Scorpina 2-pack, so that was pretty good value. And into old Toddy Mac himself with a few McFarlane figures. I do like these Superpowers figures. I've definitely gone all in on the Superpowers. I might be selling the rest of my DC Multiverse, but I'm sticking with Superpowers. £6 I think they were there for the retro carded Vision and Falcon. Again, some of the 3.75. Oh, I've just seen a 3.75 Falcon. Why didn't I pick that up? I needed that. 4 hours later, we have finished. Look, she's a bit tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tired.
My feet hurt now.
Lots of walking, but we've been quite successful. Quite a lot of sale pickups and other things to come. So we'll start the drive home, and then I'll show you what we bought. Down we go in a circle again. Make me feel sick.
I can't help how the car park is, love.
Can't help how the car park is. So, next thing, will the machine let us out as we approach level 1?
We're done again.
Down again. We've got to keep going. How big is this bloody car park?
I thought we made it.
I thought we made it too. Keep going, keep going. Improved traffic layout, ladies and gentlemen. An improved traffic layout. Oh, there we go. Exit to M32. I think that's us. Look at this. Here you are. Cabot Circus car park, everybody. Isn't it lovely? Do we have these sort of multi-stories in America? I've no idea. Let me know in the comments below. So, in the lane we get. Will it let us out? We will soon find out. Oh, we got a ticket. We got a ticket. Stick your ticket in the hole. No, he doesn't like it. It lets us out anyway. He must have read our license plate. Right, we are out. We'll see you on the motorway. Right, the time of day has changed. We are on the motorway. We had to run a few little errands, and well, there's Kiara in the dark now. because it's about, what time is it now? It's about 6 o'clock in the evening, so we are driving back, and we will get the unboxing done when we get there. So motorway traffic's been okay so far. I'm just wondering what the night vision's like on this camera. We'll find out soon. Well, what a long day that turned into in the end. So we did manage to get quite a lot of pickups. You may not recognise the background because I'm at my mother's house. So we've had to end the day at mother's house because it's mummy's birthday. So we're going to take her out for dinner this evening. So let's show us what pickups we've managed to get today. So we'll start off with an absolute bargain. So this came from Forbidden Planet. They had one left. It's the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Pudgy Pig for £9.99. So that used to be £60 when it first came out, and I know as somebody on the internet that's bought that for £60. So, well, unlucky damn. But yes, so glad to have that one as well. I don't even collect Lightning Collection, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but you can't turn down a £10 pig. So what else did we get? Forbidden Planet also came through. It was a bit bare bones today in Forbidden Planet, I thought. Quite a lot of empty pegs, but I did manage to get another Orc for the Lord of the Rings. It is an army builder, and I did want to get one for the alternate head. So, again, another sale pickup, because that was 30 down to 22. So, we got from, this came from where Game, this one was. Princess Leia in her Bausch disguise from Return of the Jedi. So, I've got the original version, but the head sculpt on that is absolutely terrible. So this version, at least we can see in the archive collection, we can see her face, and the other one can stay masked. So there's Leia. We got Grief Karga from season 2 of The Mandalorian, down to $11.99 as well. So again, bargain on the Star Wars today. And I think the final thing for Star Wars is we got Sergeant Creel here from the Jason Aaron comic book run. Again, half price down to £15. So flying there. Then the Entertainer, got a few random things from there. So we've got a receipt. We've got Lemmy from Super Mario to go in that little collection. He was full price, but they're not bad for £11. £5 for this one, so yeah, it's probably a kid's toy. But Prince Adam from the new Masters of the Universe animated series. Can't go wrong with that for a £5. And the final pickup is the Yellow Ranger and Scorpina. Again from the Entertainer, this was £15, so over half price again. Don't know why I bought it, but we'll find out. We've got a lot of Lightning Collection today. Kiara's looking at me on the camera like, why are you buying this stuff if you didn't collect it? So that Turtles Power Rangers crossover shelf is going to have some more figures on it. So that's everything we managed to pick up. Kiara, any final thoughts from you from behind the camera on today's trip?
Oh, it's been a bit tiring, but I'm glad you're happy and you got what you needed. So, and you got a few bargains there, so you say.
A few bargains, absolute bargains at my feet. So it's time to take my mother out for dinner. I might put some shots in of a lovely fancy burger or something we have later. But that's been the toy hunt. So please do like and subscribe. It's turned into a bit of a full day's vlog. So if you like these sort of videos, we'll try and do some more. This is toy hunting from the UK perspective. The only shop we didn't go to is Smith's here in the UK. But we do have a local one of those. We haven't got to go all the way to Bristol. So I will see you on the next one. There may be more footage after this. Who knows? Well, here's some bonus footage. We've just got home. We've taken the mother out for a birthday dinner, and it's now midnight. So we've been out for a good 14 hours today. So Kiara, how are you feeling?
I'm ready for bed now. Tired.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to bed too. The voice is gone, but it's been a hell of a day. See you next time.